If your skirts only make you look dressed instead of undeniably elegant, you're choosing the wrong silhouettes. The truth is, elegance has very little to do with how many skirts you own. It has everything to do with which ones you choose. The women whose style always looks polished aren't chasing every trend. They're selecting silhouettes that flatter, move beautifully, and make getting dressed feel effortless. Today, I'm sharing 10 skirts that will instantly elevate your style in 2026. Timeless pieces that look refined, feel modern, and earn their place in your wardrobe season after season. And stay with me, because the final skirt is one fashion insiders quietly rely on whenever they want an outfit to look expensive with almost no effort. Let's begin. 1. The linen midi skirt. If there is one skirt that perfectly captures effortless luxury, it's this one. A well-made linen midi skirt never tries too hard. And that's exactly why it looks so elegant. Linen has a naturally rich texture that synthetic fabrics simply can't imitate. Instead of appearing perfectly polished, it has a relaxed sophistication that feels confident rather than calculated. That's a hallmark of timeless style. But the secret isn't just the fabric, it's the silhouette. Look for a softly structured A-line shape that gently skims the body instead of clinging to it. This creates graceful movement while allowing your natural proportions to shine. The waist matters too. A comfortable elastic or partially elastic waistband allows the skirt to sit naturally throughout the day without creating tight lines across your waist. Comfort always looks more luxurious than discomfort. For colors, think timeless. Soft ivory, warm sand, stone, olive, navy. These shades pair effortlessly with nearly everything you already own. For styling, tuck in a fitted knit tank and add leather sandals for summer elegance, or pair it with a crisp linen shirt, sleeves casually rolled, and a woven belt to create quiet structure. Finish with a structured leather tote instead of a slouchy bag. That single detail instantly makes the outfit feel more intentional. If you've ever wondered why some women look expensive in the simplest clothes, this is exactly why. Their fabrics speak before their accessories do. But beautiful fabric alone isn't enough. The next skirt creates something even more powerful. Movement that makes every outfit feel effortlessly sophisticated. 2. The bias cut slip skirt. Few pieces move as beautifully as a properly cut slip skirt. Not because it's silky, because it's cut on the bias. That diagonal construction allows the fabric to skim the body naturally instead of pulling tightly across it. The result is fluid, elegant, almost effortless. This is one of the rare skirts that can be dressed up or down without losing its sophistication. Pair it with a simple white t-shirt, clean leather sneakers, and delicate gold jewelry for daytime. Switch to a fine cashmere sweater, pointed flats, and a structured handbag, and suddenly it feels appropriate for lunch meetings or city shopping. For evening, a silk blouse and elegant heels are all it needs. But here's the mistake many women make. They choose overly shiny satin that reflects too much light. Instead of looking luxurious, it can appear inexpensive. Choose matte silk or high-quality satin with only a soft glow. Quiet shine always looks richer than loud shine. Another overlooked detail? Length. A slip skirt should gently skim the top of your shoes. Too short loses elegance. Too long loses shape. Sometimes just 1 or 2 inches completely changes the entire impression. Ask yourself, does your clothing create graceful movement when you walk? Or does it simply sit on your body? Elegant women understand that movement is part of style, and if you think skirts are difficult to style casually, the next one proves exactly the opposite. 3. The denim A-line midi skirt. Every elegant wardrobe needs one piece that bridges casual and polished. This is that piece. The modern denim midi skirt is nothing like the stiff versions many of us remember. Today's refined versions are cleaner, softer, and infinitely more versatile. An A-line silhouette creates balance by gently widening below the waist, making the body appear longer and more proportional. That's why this shape flatters so many women. Choose medium or dark wash denim without heavy distressing, oversized rips, or excessive fading. The cleaner the denim, the more elevated the outfit feels. Buttons down the front add subtle vertical interest, but they should never dominate the design. Less decoration always creates a more timeless appearance. For styling, pair it with a Breton striped knit for effortless French elegance, or wear it with a tucked white Oxford shirt and classic loafers. A slim leather belt instantly adds refinement. During cooler months, add tall leather boots and a tailored wool coat. One skirt, completely different seasons, completely different moods. That's the kind of versatility elegant wardrobes are built on. Now, here's where many women unknowingly miss one of the easiest ways to look instantly polished, and it has nothing to do with expensive clothing. 4. The neutral pleated midi skirt. Pleats create something that fitted skirts never can: graceful movement. Every step feels softer. Every outfit appears lighter. But not all pleated skirts are created equal. Cheap pleats often lose their shape after only a few wears. Quality pleats maintain crisp lines that create beautiful vertical movement every time you walk. Those vertical lines naturally elongate the body, making your silhouette appear taller and more refined. That's why elegant women continue returning to this classic silhouette year after year. Neutral colors make it even more versatile: cream, camel, charcoal, soft taupe, classic navy. These shades allow the texture of the pleats, not loud color, to become the focus. For styling, balance the volume below with cleaner lines above. A fitted mock neck sweater, a tucked silk blouse, or a simple cashmere knit. Avoid oversized tops that completely hide your waist. Without balance, even beautiful clothing can lose its elegance. Have you noticed that the most refined outfits rarely look complicated? That's because proportion always matters more than decoration. 5. The knit midi skirt. This may be one of the most underestimated pieces in an elegant wardrobe. Because comfort and sophistication are often treated as opposites, they're not. A fine knit midi skirt proves they can exist beautifully together. The key is choosing a knit with enough structure to hold its shape while still draping naturally. Very thin fabrics cling. Very thick fabrics add unnecessary bulk. The perfect knit gently follows the body's silhouette without revealing every detail underneath. That balance creates quiet confidence. Neutral shades like black, chocolate brown, oatmeal, soft gray, or cream make the skirt endlessly wearable. For daytime, pair it with a matching knit top for a monochromatic look. Wearing one color from shoulder to hem creates a long, uninterrupted line that instantly appears taller and more elegant. Or contrast it with a crisp white shirt layered beneath a fine sweater. Finish with sleek loafers or pointed ballet flats. One final detail separates polished women from everyone else. Pay attention to fabric quality. Knit that pills after a few wears immediately lowers the entire outfit. Beautiful fabric always outlasts beautiful trends. We've only covered the first 5, yet you've probably noticed something they all have in common. None of them rely on loud prints, excessive embellishment, or fleeting trends. Next, we're covering the 5 skirts that make even the simplest outfit look quietly expensive, including the one silhouette that flatters nearly every woman and the final skirt that instantly makes people wonder where you found it. 6. The black satin slip skirt. If your wardrobe had one skirt that could solve almost every "I have nothing to wear" moment, this would be it. A black satin slip skirt is timeless because it doesn't compete for attention. It quietly elevates everything around it. The soft sheen catches the light in a refined way, giving even the simplest outfit a luxurious finish. But here's what separates elegant women from everyone else. They don't overload satin with more shine. Avoid sequined tops, oversized statement necklaces, or glossy handbags. Instead, let contrast create sophistication. Pair your satin skirt with a fine cashmere sweater, a crisp white poplin shirt, or a fitted cotton t-shirt. The mix of matte and shine creates visual depth that instantly feels expensive. Footwear matters too. Pointed slingbacks, sleek loafers, or minimalist strappy sandals keep the look refined. Chunky sneakers or bulky boots can interrupt the graceful flow of the fabric. One more detail many women forget. Satin remembers wrinkles. Always steam your skirt before wearing it. Wrinkled satin looks neglected. Smooth satin looks luxurious. Sometimes elegance isn't about buying something new, it's about presenting what you already own beautifully. But if you've ever felt like skirts simply don't flatter your body, the next silhouette might completely change your mind. 7. The wrap midi skirt. Very few garments are as universally flattering as a well-made wrap skirt, and the reason has nothing to do with trends. It's geometry. The diagonal wrap line naturally draws the eye inward, creating definition at the waist while softly elongating the body. That's why this silhouette works beautifully on so many different body shapes. It creates balance instead of forcing it. But quality is everything. Choose wrap skirts with secure hidden buttons or inner ties that stay perfectly in place as you move. Constantly adjusting your clothes never looks elegant. Confident women wear clothing they don't have to think about. For styling, keep the waist visible. A tucked-in knit top, a sleeveless mock neck, or a tailored button-down shirt. These combinations allow the wrap detail to become part of the outfit instead of disappearing underneath loose layers. Belts are usually unnecessary. The wrap itself already creates enough visual interest. Ask yourself, does your outfit highlight your natural shape or hide it completely? Elegant dressing is about thoughtful definition, not unnecessary tightness. The next skirt is proof that volume can still look incredibly refined when it's done correctly. 8. The refined tiered maxi skirt. For years, tiered skirts carried a very bohemian reputation. In 2026, they've become far more sophisticated. The difference is subtle. Modern versions use cleaner construction, softer gathers, and better fabrics. Instead of looking busy, they look graceful. A refined tiered maxi creates beautiful movement with every step while maintaining an elegant silhouette. But balance is essential. Whenever your skirt has volume, keep your top streamlined. A fitted ribbed tank, a tucked linen shirt, a lightweight knit. This contrast prevents the outfit from feeling oversized. Fabric choice also changes everything. Soft linen blends, cotton voile, or fluid viscose move beautifully. Very stiff materials create unnecessary bulk that instantly lowers the elegance factor. Accessories should stay equally relaxed. Leather slides, espadrilles, a woven tote, minimal gold jewelry. The overall impression should feel effortless rather than carefully constructed. After all, the most elegant women rarely look like they spent hours getting dressed. Now we're moving into one of the smartest investments any polished wardrobe can make, especially if you love looking put together without sacrificing comfort. 9. The Ponte-knit pencil skirt. Traditional pencil skirts often looked beautiful until you actually had to live in them. Walking became awkward, sitting felt restrictive, comfort disappeared. A Ponte-knit pencil skirt solves that problem beautifully. Its structured stretch smooths the silhouette while allowing complete freedom of movement. That's exactly why it has become a quiet favorite among women with timeless style. It feels effortless, but it still looks impeccably tailored. For maximum elegance, choose clean designs without oversized pockets, decorative zippers, or unnecessary embellishments. Simple tailoring always ages better than excessive detail. Pair it with a silk blouse for the office, a fine merino sweater for everyday sophistication, or a relaxed blazer layered over a fitted knit. Notice something? Every styling choice creates contrast. Soft with structured, relaxed with tailored, that's one of the oldest principles of elegant dressing, and it never goes out of style. If you've ever struggled to look polished without feeling overdressed, this is exactly the kind of piece your wardrobe has been missing. We've arrived at the final skirt, and interestingly, it's often the smallest design detail that leaves the biggest impression. 10. The asymmetrical midi skirt. Most skirts create a predictable silhouette. An asymmetrical midi creates intrigue. Without being loud, the uneven hemline naturally guides the eye around the outfit, creating graceful movement and making your look feel intentionally styled. That's why it always feels a little more elevated than a standard straight hem. But restraint is important. Choose subtle asymmetry rather than dramatic angles. The goal is quiet sophistication, not theatrical fashion. This skirt works beautifully with fitted tops, elegant bodysuits, or softly tucked silk shirts. Because the hem already creates movement, everything else should remain clean and uncomplicated. Accessories should follow the same philosophy. Classic pumps, minimal jewelry, a structured handbag, beautiful leather, nothing competing for attention. Here's something worth remembering. The women whose style is remembered rarely wear the loudest outfits. They wear the most intentional ones. Every line, every proportion, every fabric, every choice feels considered. And that's exactly what true elegance communicates. Not wealth, not trends, but confidence without the need to announce it. Which of these skirts already has a place in your wardrobe? And which one are you ready to invest in next? I'd love to hear your answer in the comments. If you're building a wardrobe that feels timeless instead of trend-driven, make sure you subscribe to The Polished Woman.